We are live. Hello, hello, everybody. I just about said happy Monday, but it is happy Tuesday. Happy Paper People Tuesday. We are so happy to be here and see you today on Tuesday. We did miss Monday. I really miss seeing you all on Monday. I needed one more day to get through the bronchitis, and hopefully we'll be good to go today. So, hi, Sarah. It is so good to see you here. Hello, KK. Welcome, welcome. Margie. Margie is here, awake. Awesome. Glennis is here. Glennis is packing her bags again, getting ready to head out of the country. I have a nice big drink for my throat. I've got lozenges. I just need to make sure I keep a lozenge in there all the time so I don't end up having the coughing attacks. So, wow. Has everybody had a good weekend?
Yes. Sorry.
DM, did you have a good weekend?
I had an okay weekend, yes.
Did you get some crafting time in?
I did. I got my Klimt journal put together that I'm making for retreat to sell at the sale.
This is going to be such a cool journal. I have seen parts and pieces of it. She's making a Klimt journal to donate to the retreat sale. Yes. I'm telling you, this sale is going to be the best sale we've ever had at retreat. Some of the items that we've been putting together and that are being contributed are amazing. You guys are going to love this one. So we'll get, that's still about 3 weeks away, but as soon as we can get a schedule nailed down for retreat for when that will be, we'll get the event in there just so everybody knows. Oh, Margie keeps kicking herself out or getting kicked out. Now she doesn't have sound. Shoot, Margie. If you have to, if she doesn't have sound, you can't hear this anyway. If you have to, go out and, oh, you do have sound. Yay. We cannot go on if Margie doesn't have sound. Glennis, your box did not arrive yet. I'm sure it will soon. Somebody's excited to hear us. Aunties are on the phone. Aunties are on the computer.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I got Sarah's boxes. I got Sylvia's box. DMs are on the way. Glennis is on the way. Sarah crafted this weekend. Had Pam right over on Saturday to do some crafting. A good time was had. Nice. That's awesome, Sarah. Oh, that makes me excited that you guys are close enough together that you can get together and craft. Wow. Because you got
I didn't even realize that. Okay. The name sounded familiar, and I was like, how do I know that name?
And Pam Wright from our group, but yeah, you're thinking maybe she's watching Pam Wright on YouTube while she's crafting.
Well, I didn't realize she was as close. I was thinking,
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize she was that close either. That's awesome. Did you see Minte's new lines? Yes, I did. And hi, Erin. Good to see you. Yes, you finally caught it live. We're happy to have you here. Stamperia just released yesterday new collections as well. Hi, Joanne. KK, yes, Minte has new collections. Stamperia has new collections. Very excited about those. They're very pretty. And our reminiscence book that we've been waiting for forever is here. It was just released yesterday. We were going to, we had the okay to release it to the public yesterday. We were going to do that at Monday Jumpstart. And so I know that a couple other people across YouTube did it. So you might have seen it already. But if not, we wanted to jump right in and show you. In fact, we're going to start with this. So Elizabeth Craft, you're all familiar with Elizabeth Craft Designs. They create all kinds of things, stamps, dies. They're very much into art journaling, lots of cool cards, card making, those kind of things. Oh, you did see Stamperia. It's cool. They have, you're going to have to forgive my brain that is on cold medicine and steroids for the bronchitis. I just lost her name. Anyway, she's in the Netherlands, and she designs the book called Reminiscence. And there has been 7 editions. The 7th edition is the one that just arrived a few days ago. And I have 6 and 5 here to show you as well. When they make these books, they only do a 1-run print. So they decide, they negotiate with the printer how many they're going to purchase, and they print 1 run. That's it. They don't go back and reprint anymore, even if it sells out in a week. That's, you know, I guess it's awesome because then we all want to scoop it up because we know it's going to be gone. It's also kind of sad because when it's really awesome and we want another one, we can't get it. So it is one of those things. It is beautiful. It is a one-time deal and it'll be gone. But we know that they're already working on the next one. By the time this one comes out, she's already working on the next one. And each one, forgive my throat today, each one has some similarities. You'll see as we look through all 3 of these, the similarities in style, and yet they each have some very specific differences. And the main difference that you'll see in each one is the color combination. So there are some styles inside that you'll notice are repeated from book to book. She tends to make sure she puts them in each book because we love them, and just the different colors. So the colors for the Reminiscence the Book 7, it's Reminiscence the Book, and this is number 7, is blue and antique ivory and red. Now, I will be honest with you, when I first saw red, white, and blue, I thought, I don't want big, bright, patriotic red, white, and blue. That's not what I typically will do, you know, with our vintage things or that type of thing. When I received it, I felt completely different. And I'll tell you why. It's not white. This is white. The pages inside are antique ivory. So they're not white. They're very, very pretty. This is not the a bright, bold blue of our patriotic colors. Now, don't get me wrong. We're a very patriotic family, and I love the patriotic colors. But that's not typically the color blue or the color of red that I'm going to be using in my junk journals. And the red on here is not that big, bright red either. It is more of a dark, rich wine, muted red. So it doesn't jump out at you as red, white, and blue patriotic. There are some parts and pieces that jump out at you as red and blue airmail. And so we'll flip through here. And while we're flipping through here, I will tell you that there are 64 sheets in each book. And see that pattern on the back? There's the black pattern, and then there's also the grid pattern, which is really cool. 32 of the sheets are 120 GSM, and that is this right here. So it's like scrapbook paper type, 120 GSM. Love these. I love these registered letters over here. And 32 of the pages are 250 GSM, 250. So this is vintage ivory, and it looks like it's got stains, like the water or the tea was spilt on it. I know that won't be real easy to see in the camera, but it is not white, and it has tea stains on it. So the idea is that she creates 32 pages, very cool pages, and they're on scrapbook paper. And then they repeat those 32 pages with the 250 GSM, which is a very nice weight cardstock. I do really like this page. That's a really awesome page. If you don't like one side, you're going to like the other. There's just something on each one.
It's always that way on everything.
Yeah, you know, which is why I do like the double-sided, because if I don't like one, I'm not stuck with only one choice. The only time I don't like it is when I don't like the one side and the other side is blank. Love this page. Love, love, love this page. It is so cool looking. That flower down there. And the blueprint pages are really neat. So, yeah, these are awesome. And so it's so easy to cut these up and use them in so many different ways. A lot of these are really light on the back, like ledgers or old letters, old script or print, and you may have a hard time seeing them in the camera, but trust me, they are there. See, even the back of this one is old documents, hard to see on camera. Bank statement, old bank statement. Now she collects these old documents, and those things are actual reproductions of those old documents. Those are not AI generated.
Yay!
I know. Hi, Dawn. Good to see you. This is kind of a cool page here. Lots of things. The pages I like when you can use them together, or you could cut this up. Even what we're going to do today, I can see parts and pieces of this that I would cut up and use that would look very cool. Dawn's like, how often do we not like a page? I know. There's some ship manifest. I think that's what that is, to write on, or tags on the other side. Now we get into some of there's a similar type pattern, but it's in the red this time. You see how that's not a big, bright, in your face red? I hope it comes over the camera with that good.
You are right, Margie. That's very smart.
What?
Cut the page in half and use both sides.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Look at all these awesome labels. I definitely cut these apart, not using it for the other side. So better not be something super fantastic.
Nope.
Oh, it's very cool, but we can get other things that are similar to that. Yeah, so this is really light print, like old newspaper. Got cool labels on the back. So the pages that we saw in the blues, there are similar ones in the reds. Oh, look at all the bottle tops. Those are cool.
I know, milk bottles.
Yeah, these are awesome. You can use your glossy accents on them and punch a hole in them, turn them into cool charms. I love this page with the old letters, with their everyday writing, with the signatures and where you can read the whole letter. I love those. That one's really pretty. She does a great job of collaging things together for us, so we don't have to decide.
Oh, look at that page.
I know. That reminds me of those tin ceilings. The tin squares. Yeah. Very cool. An old airmail letter. On my screen, this looks much brighter orange and red than it is. It's a really deep red going into the black. Not so bright. So I don't know if that's just my screen or not, but just so you know. There's just, everything is usable in this book. Every single page is usable. And they work well with one another. So if you have any pages left out of previous, that is cool, having the writing in white. I like that. These are awesome. Yeah, if you have pages from previous books, they go together very nicely. This one reminds me.
You have to remember also she's European, so some of those things might not look like American.
Exactly, right.
GIs.
Yeah, exactly true to whatever. Yep, she's in the Netherlands. Okay, so, oh, look at this page. Similar to the last one. A little bit different.
Oh, look at all the airmail envelopes.
Love it. I love the airmail envelopes.
Yeah, I'm sort of hoarding some
I know.
original airmail ones that I just don't want to use.
Yeah, Joanne, I'm the same. Not my go-to colors, yet I really like this. I'm finding every page usable. I had to hold myself back. I wanted to cut it up and actually make a couple things for today. And I thought, no, I have to show you. I'm only purchasing the one for myself. And so I have to show it to you first before I go cut it up. Now, this is the halfway point through the book. And I want to show you that to demonstrate just how thick and nice these cardstock pages are. There's 32 pages in the first half. There's 32 pages in the second half. They are more than twice the thickness. So scrapbook paper up front, and it's not a lightweight scrapbook paper. It's a good solid scrapbook paper, and 250 GSM back here. You could literally do anything with this. It is really nice cardstock. So back here on this second half, then you get every page from the first half repeated in the nice cardstock. So everything repeated. I'll just go to my favorite ones and look at those a few more times. Oh, yeah. Everything repeated on the nice heavy-duty cardstock. Okay, so it's like 2 books in one. Yeah, the first time somebody told me about it, I thought, well, that's an expensive book. And then I realized how many pages is in it and compared that to the packs that we buy from, you know, Prima, Ciabella, Mente, Stamperia. And it's actually quite inexpensive if you break it down that way, because there are 64 pages in here. 64 pages, and their retail price is $35.96. So that is that's like 50 cents a page. They're not quite 12 by 12 like some of the big ones that we buy, but those will have 12 pages and their retail is 15 something. So they're more than $1 a sheet. So the price is actually really good for the amount that you get. You get a lot. And the covers are really nice and sturdy. And I love the covers. These make great book covers too, already ready to go. So that is book 7. So I want you to hold tight for just 1 second. Keep in mind if you want one, though. Some of you signed up for the pre-order in the Facebook group. And then a couple of you have told me outside of that you wanted one. I did not order a ton of these. I really didn't. We'll talk about that later, but we don't have a ton. So those who are here, I want to have the option of getting it and knowing that they're not going to last soon. Now, that's book 7 that just came out. I want to take a second on book 6 and book 5 because I think that hppcreate.com might be the last known website to have some of these still available. When I first ordered them, I ordered as many as I could, and then they were sold out, and that was that. When Elizabeth Craft is sold out, they're sold out. Once all the retail stores order from them and they don't have any more, that's it. They don't have them to sell either. So they were sold out first, and then the retail stores started selling out. I didn't put them on the website right away when we finally got them up on the website. So now I think we are the last known website to actually have some available and to have both of them available. I have been getting a couple orders every single day for these, though, because when people see one of the new ones, they go back searching for any of the others. So they are going fast. So I'm going to show them to you. And if anybody wants them today, I will give you a discount on multiples here, but I will pull them out of the website while we're sitting here because I would like HPP to have first option at them. And I can't get any more of those either because they are absolutely sold out. And before more orders come in, just online. Book 6 was very interesting because we all looked at it and went, wow, that looks very neutral, very white, very creamy. Is that even going to be very exciting? Oh my goodness. It was very exciting. Loved, love, love this one. We'll go through this one a little bit faster. It's the same kind of thing where the first 32 pages are 120 GSM. And then the second 32 pages are the exact same 32 pages, but 250 GSM.
You've got people asking prices and people saying they've been looking for them.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just flip through this one real quickly. And then I'll give you, if you guys get a pen handy, because they're not all three the same price. I could just make them the same price, but I won't increase the price on you. And I can't decrease the new one. So I'll give you the actual prices. Flip through that. I won't go through the second half because the second half is the same as the first, just like the song. This really is very cool. I love this neutral one now. And yeah, I have one that's all torn up and being used. And then this is one that I kept that we show. And I am keeping this one too. Love 2 of this one. I know I'm flipping through it fast, but you guys have the idea. All you're doing is getting an idea of what's on the pages and of the colors. Lozenge.
I'm Henry VIII. I am Henry
Okay,
VIII. I am.
so right there is there's the divide. There's the first half, the second half, 120 GSM, 250 GSM, the same 32 pages repeated. That is book 6. If you want to write down that the neutral one was book 6. Book 5 was one I thought, I probably won't want that one because it's really a lot of orange and green. Oh my gosh, this is the one that I have used the most. It is so, so pretty. Orange and green are not my go-to colors, but I love it. Look at that. I am really, enjoying orange and green more than ever in my life. Look at this scratched up page. These are really amazing. She does such great work with this. I want to ask her, when's number 8 coming out? We just got 7, dear. No. God, how pretty that is. Love this one.
Gorgeous books.
Old Damask.
They really are gorgeous books.
They are. Now, and I don't know where I was when the first 3 were out. I have 4, 5, 6, and 7. And actually, I got a number 2. I found a number 2 somewhere, and they are now sold out everywhere. But you cannot find now anything prior to, 7 now. I think we're the last website that has 5 and 6. So as soon as we are sold out, look at how pretty this is. Oh,
it's yummy.
It is. It is so rich and warm in color.
Does Glynis have this one yet? I believe so. What's Gylins? Is that Glynis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, Glynis.
Yeah, she does.
This is number 5. Did she get the number 5?
She's gotten that one.
Okay. I love these black and white right in the middle of all the screen. Just so much yumminess. Oh, another favorite page right there. Look at that. And they're so usable. They're not all backgrounds. They're not all focal points. Love the marbled in here too. Everything is usable.
Okay, just hold on.
All
Jean.
right. So we've got a bunch of new people in here. Hi, Jean. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Chris. Welcome. Hello, Sylvia and Jen. Hey, Wendy. Okay, so that is 5, that is 6, and that is 7. All right. So we are going to start with number 7, which is the new one that just came out. This is the first showing of number 7. Number 7 is $35.96. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to call it $36. I really hate dealing with the 4 pennies. So, hi, Casey. Good to see you as well. Okay, so this is book 7.
Hi, Casey.
$36.
My pen isn't working.
All right. So if you want to put it in and then read me out the names, we should have enough for everybody who is here. I'm sorry. I
wasn't thinking. I have to go from big screen down to smaller screen.
I didn't give you any warning for that at all. And actually, if you're not prepared, I can actually type it in. Oh, you guys have never seen these before? Yeah, that's the thing, Chris. When I first saw one, I think 6 was no, it wasn't. 5 was the first one I saw. And then I went back and saw a few of the others and went, oh, I've got to find a 2 and a 4. I could not find a 1 and a 3 anywhere. I think I got the last number 4. There was actually one other one available in another country, and they wanted $50 shipping for it. It was the only other one in the world I could find. So, all right. Casey's been lurking. Casey, you are on the pre-order list for 7, and I also have you on a list for 6 and 5. So yes, one of each for these. Nope, these are the same ones. So you do not need to claim them today, Casey. You already have one of each. In fact, I'm just going to write that here. Remind me to merge the lists. Let's see. Yeah. So now,
Got knocked out.
she got knocked out. We got her back. I agree, Sylvia. When I first heard it, I thought it was a lot. And then when I looked through and saw what was actually in there and the number of pages, I went, wow, I'm really surprised that it is only $36 because yeah, that's half the price that we pay for a Stamperia paper pack. Sylvia, you are on a pre-order.
Why?
Because she ordered
sorry. It wasn't why. I thought I got kicked out again.
No, you did not.
Myself.
Yeah, Sylvia, you are already on the pre-order from the Facebook group. Let's see. Give her just a second to get these in.
Okay.
And we're just going to put in number 7 first. There you go. So if you would like number 7, let me do this so you can see. This is the brand new one that just came out. Let's see. DM, you were on the pre-order list. Yep. Jen was on the pre-order list. Glennis was on the pre-order
list. Yep.
7. Trying to remember.
I thought Sarah was on the pre-order. Maybe she wasn't.
She yes, but she's deciding.
Okay. Chris,
Rachel,
can you put it after the my writing? Anybody who wants it needs to put it after I put the price in, please.
There should be enough for everybody here. Just put it after she put it in. So if I have to go back and pull the transcript, that you're in after she put it in, so I don't miss your name again. Margie's on the pre-order list. Rachel Barton was on the pre-order list. You will love this paper. Absolutely fantastically. Okay, so let's see. Where is DM? Let me go back and find where you put it in. There you go. Okay. All right. So Wendy, I'm adding Wendy, Papered Rooster.
Okay, that's okay.
That is Wendy. Yep. Casey is on pre-order. Jen is on pre-order. Margie's on pre-order. Sylvia is on pre-order. Okay. Now, Chris, I know you're going to put it in again, but I'm going to write you down, Chris.
Okay.
DANSERAEAU. Okay. And before we finish here, I will give you payment information. Okay. And if you send payment over today, these will go out this afternoon. Yep, Sylvia is on pre-order. Let's see here.
KK, do you want one?
Sisters and the Misters. That's right. Misters will love these too. Yeah, that's colors true. On these are so rich. I love it when they're really rich, usable colors. They're not like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of like the baby blues, baby yellows, baby greens, baby pinks.
Dawn,
keeps now.
She was on earlier. Dawn, do you want one?
Dawn, I have a box ready to go for you, and it's not full. If you want them, you will have no shipping. They can be added to your box. And Chris, if you have not yet joined Happy Paper People in the Facebook group, please do. Pastels are not our friend. I agree. Although I see people make things in them that are very pretty.
I know. Yeah.
I don't
like pastels either.
I just don't seem to be able to.
Found Treasures by Jean.
Jean. All right, Jean, I'm going to put you on as well. Okay, so those who are new.
And Dawn, too.
And Dawn. Gotcha. Thank you, Dawn. Those who are new, who have never ordered from us before, Chris is already in there. Good. Jean, are you already in the Facebook group, the Happy Paper People Facebook group? We have a lot of new members, and if you haven't had an opportunity to post in there, might not have had a chance to get to know your names yet. So if you will please go to, bye, Casey. Enjoy your afternoon at work. hppcreate.com. I'm putting the website right there in chat. If you will please go to hppcreate.com, and you can do this right after we finish these, so you won't miss out on the other two. And up in the right-hand corner, there's the picture of the icon of the little person. Just click on that and create an account.
Penny would like one.
Hi, Penny. Got you down, Penny. You need 4 things in that account. guys, those that are new that haven't already, I think everybody at this point, but Jen and Chris probably already have an account. Make sure that your full name, because I may not know, like Jean, I would love to write down your last name here. So when I see it, I'll know it's you. I have another one, a Donna. There's 3 Donnas in there, and I don't know from her YouTube name which Donna it is. I'm not sure who to ship it to. So I don't want to, sit on it like that because I'm not sure which one is you. Your real name, your
Lauren.
shipping address. Marianne, awesome. Thank you, Jean. Jean Marianne.
Hey, that was the last name of the girl from Joni. Joni Loves Chachi.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That was her. Erin Moran.
Yeah. Yep. You are right. Okay, so your real name, your shipping address, your email address, and your phone number. Make sure you put all 4 of those things in that new account you create. A lot of people leave off their shipping address. That's where I pull it from to create your labels. And a lot of people leave off their phone number. I think I made it required now, because if I have an issue or it's returned, I want to be able to call you right away. When we're done is totally fine. I want to be able to call you to get it shipped out. So, yes, that works. All right, so that's book 7. So let's switch to book 6. Book 6 is $35. At this point, they've raised by $1 a piece. So 5 was $34, 6 was $35, and now 7 is $36. It could be equal with the number. That might make it a little easier. Okay, so book 6, which is the really neutral one. Lots of good ledger pages, script pages, tags, tickets, those kinds of things. So this is book 6, and it is, we lost DM again.
You know what it is?
It's got you. What?
If I hit the tab instead of the caps,
it knocks you out.
It knocks me out. And it's a different, it has it where my shift was in my last computer, because this is a new one.
Okay.
So I've got to learn to go below it.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Joanne, you don't even have to pay for it. It's just there gratuitously, right? That's funny. Okay, book 6 is $35 if you want to put book 6 in. And Sylvia, Joanne, you're in my neighborhood. That's funny. I think we have about 20 of book 6 and about 20 of book 5 available. And however many you guys want, I will pull them off the website. In fact, they're probably all going to get pulled off the website anyway when there's only a few left, and we'll save them and use them for special things with HPP, or just let HPP purchase them.
Okay.
Oh, wow, Joanne, you're finally getting your smell back. That's awesome.
Yay.
Okay, so first, book 6. Chris, we'll get to book 5 next. That'll be the last one. But on book 6, Chris, did you want book 6? Okay, so Jean wants a 6. And Wendy would like a 6. Kathy, welcome, Kathy, wants a 6. Dawn, do you know where it would be to check for it? You've had a lot of stuff going on in your house too. You might not even know where to locate it right now. Do you want me to put you down for one, Dawn? Okay, no thanks on Chris. Yeah, boy, so grateful when you get any of that back after long Kathy,
COVID. Did you put in for number 7?
Did you want number 7?
Or did you want number 7? Because I think she's come in and didn't see it.
Okay, if you just came in, Kathy, we showed number 7, which is the one that just was released yesterday. So make sure, I just want to make sure that if you were looking for the very latest one, that is.
Okay, Dawn, I'll put you down and you'll look for yours.
Okay, perfect.
I have to do the same thing whenever I buy anything from Marianne. I have to make sure I don't have
I know. I have to do the same thing myself. And we've got a tutorial we're going to record as soon as my throat is good, so I can get all the way through it, this bronchitis. and that will help you keep track of things like that. So very excited about that. Just 6. Okay, Kathy just wants 6. Perfect. Okay, anybody else on book 6? This is the neutral one. Lots of ledger pages, lots of tags, lots of tickets. I do like the neutral. You can edge it in any color you want and make it fit in with any. Love that receipt right there. Make it fit with any color book that you're working on. These look like the milk tops too. Just those are so fun. Just punch them out in circles. I love the old tools. Although this makes me feel like one of your Halloween tools, you know.
No, that's to open a wine bottle.
I know. It just looks like
it does look like a brain thing.
I was gonna say, or maybe it should go with Glynis's zombies.
Jen wants a second one of 6. 6, right, Jen?
Jen or Jean? Jen. Okay. Oh, okay. She has one and she wants one more. You got it. Okay, Jen, got you for one more. That's funny, Sylvia. We'll see if you don't answer the door long enough, they'll just leave. Okay, now let's go to 5. Some we're waiting for 5. Book 5, $34. So we'll go down here and do book 5, $34. Love the richness of the colors of this one. What it should do is this. Makes it a little easier. There we go.
Okay, Joanne wants that one, number 5.
I need 2 of each. Just one that I can just look through and enjoy for a while, and one that I can use without feeling bad about it at all because I'm using up the only one I have.
Wendy.
Book 5, Joanne, Wendy.
Jen wants 2 if they're available.
Yep. If you get them today, they are. I'm just going to pull the rest off the website. We're going to be real close to the amount we have anyway. So if there's only a couple left, I'll pull them.
Jean.
Got it. Jean, thank you. What did Margie say? The bottle caps make great paper clips. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great idea.
Or tabs.
Yo, yes.
Chris, number 5, too.
Chris, 5. Thank you, Chris.
And Jen wants a second of number 7, too.
You got it. Okay. Okay.
Yay, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. That is very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to...
You'll see with the one that I'm making for today, Margie, why I said that, because I'm using circles. So.
Oh, I punched out some circles too. That's awesome.
Thank you, Jean.
So easy to use. Okay, so let me... go in here and find...
And you're going to take them off.
Yes. But I'm going in here to... There we go. Okay. So because I'm going to pull these from the website, I'm going to give you the shop's PayPal. And if you'd prefer Venmo, I can give you that as well. Jen, how many did you say you wanted? That's funny. Sorry. Okay, so the shop's PayPal information, and then when you send this by PayPal, it'll go directly into the shop because I'm going to pull these out of the shop. That's why I'm doing this. If you prefer Venmo, I will give you my Venmo, and I can transfer that into the shop easily. Come on, open up. There we go. Okay, so the shop, give it a minute to... There we go. The shop is hppcreate.com. And so the PayPal for the shop is at hppcreate. It is my name. The email is Marianne Hobbs at hppcreate. And you'll see the HPP little book logo that says Happy Paper People right up there. So you'll know it's the right one, but it's Marianne Hobbs at hppcreate.com. So write that down, and then I can give you Venmo. If there's anybody that would prefer Venmo that doesn't already have that, let me know and I'll give you that. And I'm not going to send out invoices. I'm going to just give this to you, let you send over the payment, and I will get these out this afternoon. If you're here today and you pay today, by the time we're done with this live, I will ship these out this afternoon to you. Okay. See, Jean, because we're doing these on the live, we have a limited amount. I'm not going to put them into the shop. I'm going to let you just send it the finances straight to the shop, and we'll ship them straight out. Oh, I can give you that total because we got to have some shipping in there, right? Thank you, Jean. She's way ahead of me because, how many times can I say I have cold medicine brain? Okay, so let me see. Can I fit 3 in there? If you ordered 2 or less, if you ordered 1 or 2 of the books, the cheapest way to send it has been, most of you are on the East Coast, aren't you? Jean, Chris, where are you guys? You did not, Chris? Okay. Chris, when we're done, go back into it. Going back into it the second time may open up more options for you to add information. New York, okay. Washington, all right. Somebody else in Washington, okay. So I'm thinking about the best way. Okay, if you ordered all 3 of them or more, some people ordered 2 of each. If you're coming to retreat, you don't need shipping. You can get them at retreat. Dawn, I've got a box for you. They can go in your box. Who else have I got a box for that's not coming to retreat? I think everybody's else's went out over the weekend. Okay. So if you ordered 1 book, I'm going to make this easy. And if it ends up $1 short, I'm not going to worry about it. I will pay it for you. Okay. 1 book, add $8 shipping. Okay. If you ordered 2 books, add $10 shipping. And if you ordered 3 or more, I'm going to hold this up. It will require a medium flat rate because of the weight of the books. There's a lot of paper in these. So 15. Here we go. If you ordered 1 book, add $8 shipping. Tacoma, Sylvia, are you still here?
Sylvia lives in Tacoma.
Yeah. Did she go to greet her guests that she ignored at her doorbell while she was watching here? Chris, Sylvia is in Tacoma. We have lots of friends in Washington, all over. Okay, if you ordered 1 book, you only need to add $8 shipping. If you ordered 2 books, you only need to add $10 shipping. And if you ordered 3 or more, please add $15 shipping. And if by the end of the day, end of our live, you decide, I ordered 1, but I think I want a second one, makes better use of my shipping money there because your sweet spot is 2 or 3 or more. I can fill a whole bunch in a big box like this. So, but yeah, if you're going to pay 8 for 1 or 10 for 2, you just as well get 10 for 2. So no, you're totally fine. So if you decide by the end of the live, you can just put it into chat and either DM or I will catch it. We'll add it on here to get you a second book. But if you ordered 1 book, just add $8 shipping. If you ordered 2 books, add $10 shipping. If you ordered 3 or more books, add $15 shipping. And however many, if you order 10 books, it doesn't matter. We can still get it in the $15 shipping. Okay. That will be.
And then if you don't remember how much each book was, number 7 was $36. Number 6 was $35. And number 5 was $34.
Correct.
I
yep.
almost said.
I know that's so 5. There's books 5, 6, and 7. And they are $34, $35, and $36, which is very awkward because they're $1 less than what their number is. So book 7 is 36, book 6 is 35, book 5 is 34, $1 less.
Thank you, Chris. I'll write that down for Marianne.
Oh, did they, Jen? I know 2. I've done 2 easily, and I wasn't sure about. Yes, Chris, that is correct. MPH Design. Okay.
Oh.
Jen, you're talking about the bubble, the flat rate bubble, right? Okay, hold on a minute then. Hold on a minute. 2 or 3. Okay. Here you go. Okay, if you ordered 2 or 3 books, you can do it just for $10 shipping. Paper. Oh, no, I'm talking about the bubble flat rate. The paper. That I think that would get completely torn up. I think I better stick with this. If I can get them in a lesser shipping, I will refund you your shipping. I do not have a problem with that, but I would rather refund you your shipping than come back and have to collect, which I end up never doing. And I know I always go, well, it's no big deal. It's only $2. But if it's $2 for everybody, all of a sudden there's no profit from the day. And the shop doesn't stay open. So let's stick with this. But if I can get it in on less shipping and based on, where you live or weight, I will do that and I will refund you the difference. Okay. That's super easy. I know. It's my huge eraser for big mistakes. I love it. It's so easy to use. So much fun. All right. Ooh, I feel like I just want to dig into one of these today. I might dig into book 7 and make something today. So, okay, before we move on, any other questions about the Reminiscence books? I'm going to just set them to the side where we can get a hold of them if we need to. If you ever happen to see any of the other numbers 1 through 4 available, thank you, Chris. I will double check here to let you know that I got it. If you ever see a 1 through 4 available, I would say scoop it up. Except, the one number 4 that I saw, they wanted $50 for it. People, yes, it was last year, Dawn. Probably close to a year ago. They've been pretty close to right on target.
I think we might have gotten them at retreat last year. Maybe.
Yeah, I wanted to say August, and the fall retreat was September. It could have been later in the year.
I can't remember.
All right, Chris, got it. Got it. You are good to go. Thank you. Thanks, Jen. If there's any other questions, are there any other questions about these? And if there are through the day, also feel free to type question in caps and then put your question there. And one of us will see it, we'll mark it. And so if one of the other is talking, we'll wait until we're done and then we can address the question. Awesome, Chris. Thank you. That's kind of weird, but it made you create the account and then go back in and add your address info. Thanks for letting me know. That is interesting and weird at the same time. So, all right. I'm making sure that I'm continuing to suck on these lozenges. Try to keep the cough at bay. Let's bring DM back on the screen with me. She's busy creating. What is the PayPal again? Let me grab the PayPal. It is in there. It is MPH Design LLC is the name of the company. But the here is the email is Marianne Hobbs at hppcreate.com. Marianne Hobbs at hppcreate.com. And then the name of the PayPal, the account owner, it probably says MPH Design LLC. And feel free to ask if there are any other questions come up. So before we go on making anything, I'm going to leave this right close because I just might dig into it.
That's not fair because mine's not here and I can't dig into mine. Although there's really not any Klimt stuff on there.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Chris, you may send your friends over as long as we have them available. So, and I agree with you. I'm so excited. I love getting it very first and just getting my hands on it and looking at it and oh yeah. All right, let's take just a minute and talk about the April challenge. April is Happy Paper People birthday month. And I know we put something in the group. I've been highlighting different admin so you can learn a little bit about them. And I apologize for all the things I've left off that I wanted to put on that I just forgot because I wasn't thinking clearly, being sick. But that's okay. We can do it again. And I can use different things to get to know them. But we have some really amazing admin in HPP, and they are so ready and willing and able to help you with design, with ideas, with brainstorming, with new creative ideas. And they all just exude creativity, and they just love working together and making things with you. So if you have any ideas, if you have questions, if you have something that you've been staring at and you're thinking, what can I do with this? Put it out there. Just put a picture, put a post in the group, and then tag some of the admin, Dawn Marie or Jen, Glennis, Sylvia, Margie, myself, and just say, hey, I'm looking for ideas of what I could do with this because I've been staring at it for a year and I still haven't done anything with it yet, but it's too cool to throw away. And just see what kind of cool ideas come back from these ladies. They're pretty amazing. Yeah, her Klimt book is really amazing, Margie. I saw it yesterday. It's very, very cool looking. So April being HPP's birthday month, on Saturday the 20th, is that this Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Okay. I'm going to create the event today then. This Saturday afternoon and evening, we are going to have
420 people.
Oh, it is. Oh, shoot. Joanne, just go sit on your patio, Oh, it's not a 420 party. It's a Happy Paper People birthday party. We are going to have a birthday party. One of those where we hang out. We will play games. Everybody bring your treats because, we got to do the whole birthday, happy birthday song and have your cake or cheesecake or whatever you want to have. Probably some peanut M&Ms in there somewhere. Let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to play some games. We're going to give away some prizes. Maybe we'll have a tutorial and learn to make something. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just play games and give away stuff and laugh and craft and have a lot of fun. So plan on that for Saturday the 20th. I don't have the time down exactly, but I will create that event today. And that will be sometime afternoon into evening. It'll be a longer laugh and craft so that we have plenty of time to hang out together. So we have a challenge in April. We have a challenge every month this year. And our challenge in April is to make 3 items each week that are based off the prompt items that we give you at Monday Jumpstart. And just make 1 or more of each of the items, post the photos in the Facebook group. And then at the end of the month, which is Sunday, April 28th, post 1 photo in the Facebook group that shows all 12 items that you've made, the 3 from each week, and use the hashtag HPPAPREMB. That's April Embellishments. When you use that hashtag, that's what we will pull from for those final posts that has the 1 photo with all 12 items. And then on Monday Jumpstart, April 29th, we will have a giveaway. So we do this every month, and you can win lots and lots of cool stuff. So jump in. It is not too late. We are only at the beginning of week 3, and it's only making 3 items each week. So it's super simple to catch up. All right. So week 1, the prompts were to make an altered paper clip, a belly band, and a tuck spot. super easy, right? You do those every day. And each item must have a dangle. And then week 2, 3 different types of envelopes. And the kicker on this one was that each one needed to have a unique and creative closure. Now, you might have a closure that you do that's really cool and really unique, but not everybody else does it. You could do that, but they need to be 3 different ones. And the idea is to get us thinking outside of what we normally do. Look around at your desk and pick something up and say, how could I turn this into a closure? What could I do that is different and unique? And we've come up with some really weird and strange and fun and cool things just by trying to use something different. All right, so we are starting week 3 now. And week 3 is, the prompt is to make 3 different page tabs. And like week 1, each one must have a dangle. So if you are like me, when I first thought page tabs, because I ask admin for lots of ideas of different things that could be prompts. And then I take them and dwell on them, think about them, and get some ideas, and then I pull it together. So, and one of the things they said was page tabs. And I said, what do you mean page tabs? Okay, if you would tell me make a page tab, where's a page tab? You tell me make a page tab, and this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to punch out some page tabs. I have 3 different tab punches. They'll do 3 different shapes. Okay, so I could make, no, we could all just punch one out or cut one out, right? No, that doesn't work. And they said, no, you can make all kinds of page tabs. And I started thinking about it and went, things that make you go, Then I started playing around. And then I asked Dawn Marie to make a couple as samples to give ideas. I asked Jen to make a couple as samples to give ideas. And then I sat down and decided I'm only going to use what is on my desk, not the baby wipes. Oh, it's still a little bit wet. That'll work. But what I'm just going to use the scraps that are sitting at my desk, gathered them all together, and see what I can make. And I started making, and the ideas just started flowing one after the other. And there's so many different ways that you could do a page tab. Hadn't even thought about doing this kind of stuff before. Honestly, I went to pretty standard basic page tabs, a lot of tiny eyelets and dangles hanging from them, and some of the square ones, some I've cut out my own. Before I had one of those, I would just take a circle and either put 2 circles back to back, so half of it was up above the page, to be the tab, or fold them in half. I have other shapes, that I have done, even like cut out shapes like this, or labels and folded those in half, those kinds of things. But that's maybe not so creative and not using a lot of other things. So we're going to show you a few ideas, a few samples of page tabs, and we're going to make some page tabs today because we still have so many ideas that we haven't yet made. So my brain caught hold of an idea, and I was trying to formulate it. There's still something else in there, but at this point, this is what my brain, did you cover the way to pay? Yes, Sylvia, Chris, right there, who commented right next to you, lives in Tacoma.
Or she's on her way moving back to Tacoma.
She's been
in San Diego.
Okay. Yes.
San Diego for.
Oh my God.
But still, you guys will be neighbors.
San Diego is beautiful too. I used to live in Phoenix, and San Diego is like 5 hours away. Big vacation spot. So my brain got this idea, and so I quickly just formulated this prototype, and then started playing on it and came up with multiple things from it. So let's say that this is a page in a book, and this is my tab, and that's kind of a tab that, normal tab that we would see. And if this was on a page like this, okay, it's glued down there on the page. But then I thought, okay, well, what if the tab stayed in place, but what if this could flip up and it hid something really cool underneath it? Maybe back on here, or a really cool picture, image, something underneath it that just was a really nice surprise under there. Okay, so there's one idea. And this one is large enough that it could be decorated there. The back side could all be glued down, or it could just be cut to be a very short one, or it could be glued right down the middle and have 2 tuck spots right there. So just with a piece of paper of any size and a regular, any shape of tab, you could make that kind of tab. Super easy. Here is another version of the same thing. Okay, so this one, put on here. Okay, and we're going to glue the tab down. And then the front pops up. And you can decide, I think based on whatever paper I have, these are all just scraps that were around my desk. Could decide what I'm going to do underneath, or maybe it's extra writing space. Here's another version. I didn't get to finish this one. It could go on the top or it could go on the side. But this one, say it goes on the top, then I've got a tab up there and I can put a dangle or something from that. I can decorate this. And then when you hold the tab, this flips up. Oops, can't hold it and flip at the same time. It could be writing space underneath, or it could hide a pocket with something special or an envelope with something special inside of it. And then when I flip the page over, the back of this one, it was the same length. I just folded it in half. I took this one and just folded it up like that. Folded it up and made a little pocket on the back side. So a couple little tags could go in there. So just making more use of that tab. You can get multiple things out of it. And you could also stick some things underneath there if you wanted to. So that one started there. Then I thought, and I haven't put dangles on those yet either, so you got to put some dangles on. And then I thought, well, okay, so do dangles always have to be charms and eyelets and things like that? No, dangles could be paper. So one of the things I love to do is cut off the branding strips. Sometimes they have really cool quotes on them. This is an Edgar Allan Poe. There's no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in proportion. I love that. That came off of a branding strip. And these are just other sentiments that I had stamped out off of something. And each one of them twists on a brad. They're just dangling along. So these are dangles. They're paper dangles instead of charm dangles. Could still do something more up here. And this is a gigantic brad that actually just holds this tab. There's already a tab there.
Behind the tab. Yes, there is a hole behind the tab when you to lift it up. The other one.
Oh, okay. We'll go back to that one. We can go back and show you how to make any one of them, but I'm going to show you these. I'm going to show you DMs, and then we'll go back and look at which ones do you want to learn to make, how we did them. So if you put this one was intended to be a belly band. So it's made to be just the right width of the page and would only glue the 2 ends. So this is a belly band with dangles already on it. And then you could decide, I hadn't decided yet what I wanted to do with the back. It could actually be glued just here and then used as a tuck spot or pocket up on top. Okay. And the reason I got to this little frilly, fringy thing was because I had this tissue paper sitting here on my desk. And I thought, what am I going to do with that? And so I cut off one strip and then sat here on my sewing machine and just folded it and turned that into a little ruffle. And then one tore, so I took a half of it and just folded it together, made it the little fan. There's the 2 halves of the one. And then I thought, well, that could be a tab just like that. But then if I put this little guy on top of it, then he could be the tab. The whole thing could be down, or it could all be up. And so he's a tab sticking up there, and you can still embellish it with something else. And you can have tabs that stick on one side, so you don't have to decorate both sides. You can have tabs that go over the side. So maybe you do want to decorate both sides because they're both usable.
Yes, Sylvia.
Hearing voices. So I'm going to show you some things as basic as Here's a piece of coffee dyed paper. This is what I wanted to do next. So I thought I'll save it and I'll do it with you. And how I super easily turned that into a tab and how I'm going to embellish that. And then I had these scraps of fabric sitting here. These were literally triangles of fabric. Just took two that were coordinating, put them back to back. Oh no, who's that? That is so cute.
Free.
What? Where?
Free.
Oh, DM, have you been talking to my husband?
Did you find a dog?
He's coming home with pictures of free dogs.
There's some workers out front that are working on our street.
On the road?
And he told me that one of their friends has that baby. It's 8 weeks old. It's a baby female pit bull.
Oh.
Get one and I'll take it home.
It's precious. It's black and white. It is so cute. Mark would kill me if you took that home. Another one.
Not if I found it.
Don't tell him I gave it to you.
He doesn't watch these. He doesn't know.
Really. You could do it with fabric, and then you can just...
So I'm going to tell him to go ahead and bring it over so we can keep it for Lucy.
Okay. We need a little chihuahua that'll run around and... Lucy can teach it not to be yipper.
Yeah.
So you can sew that little piece of, or glue it on. Once you've sewn it here, you glue it on, it looks like it's sewn on your page. But you can still embellish that. And how cute is a little piece of fabric, coming up as a tab. Another thing that I always have sitting around is these toppers to products, just craft supplies that we get.
Joanne, what are scary?
Oh, pit bulls?
Pit bulls, no, they're not. They're the biggest babies in the whole entire world.
I think it's all dependent on how they are raised.
Exactly. In England, they're actually nanny dogs. They take care of people's babies. Oh, Chihuahuas are scary. Yes.
Oh, Chihuahuas are scary. Chihuahuas are scary. I'm more scared of a Chihuahua than a Chihuahua than a pit bull. That's funny. So you can take that and super easy turn it into several tabs like this. So your base is already done and you can just decorate from there. Let's see. There's something else. I'll find it. So many different ideas. These are circles. This is just some old paper. It's like 100-year-old paper that I'd collaged on some book page strips that were offcuts of book pages. And then I just hang them, keep them here and cut them out, use them as I need them. So cut off sections. We wanted to try some different new product that came out. So we tried it on top of this. And they're just cool because I can just cut off and use what I need, either a section of it or a circle. So I cut a few circles out of that and can turn that into a tab with 1 or 2 or even 3 and make cool tabs, with those. You can just use so many different things. DM, I'm going to put you up and let you show them some of the ones that you made.
Okay.
I did, Sylvia.
So Marianne was talking about doing a tab and then having it open in the back, which I know they were like, is there a hole? So what this is it's actually let me see if I can find one to show you what it actually looks like originally. It's right behind me. I don't have to go very far. It's just if I have any left.
Yeah, after she shows you, she's just going to show you what she has. And then you can tell us which ones you'd like to see how to make. And we'll go back and show you how we did some of them.
Yes, I do have some. So I had gotten these index cards a very long time ago, and they have this little thing here so you can attach it to a page.
Cool tab.
So what I did is I just flipped it over like this.
Yeah.
And that's what makes
the tab.
This tab.
Wow. Okay. And so she's smarter than me. I had to figure out how to make that by myself. Okay. Cool.
So,
keep going.
So that's that one.
Awesome.
This one I made out of a folder. So this is the top of the folder where the tab was. And then I just added, it was one of those ugly green ones, but I kept some of the green there. So this will go and it will stop at the page right here. I'm going to leave this open so something can tuck underneath it because I really like that. And I probably shouldn't have put anything there, but I did. This is also going into my Klimt book, so that's why there's artist stuff.
I can tell that. I like it.
There's a little tuck spot in this one because this one will be able to flip. And then on the back, this would be on the back. And I did make this right here, although it's really delicate and you're not going to be able to shove a lot of stuff in it. I did make a little pocket back here. So that will go on the top of the page. You'll glue it. This will still be able to flip. And this will be your tab. I guess I could have gotten a piece of paper to show you guys. There we go. Okay. This one I got the idea for because I had some blank slide frames, I guess you would call them.
Well, yeah, slide frames.
And she said we had to have something dangly on each one. So I made this one to look like stuff is coming out of this paint tube and it's going onto the paint brush. And then this is the letter O from the kit, the Stamperia kit that I'm using. And I just put the O's on it to have something dangling. So this is very, very, very old paper from a book from I think it was 98 on this one. And I just tucked it in and put some pretty stuff on that from Klimt. This one, I used a regular tab. I added the paper to it. So it makes almost like a little book. So that will stick it on one side. And you'll be able to open it and you could write something small in there if you wanted to. And then the same on the other side. And I made little doorknobs for them.
Cute.
This one I was completing, which is why I said, Margie, hold on. I'm doing something that's round. This is actually the corner of a little envelope that I had. That had got part of it had gotten ruined. It had gotten wet and it didn't look good. So I took some of this, which is paper that's already cut out, put that over. And then I used 2 of the rounds from this Stamperia Klimt kit. And then I just added the sheer behind it. And now I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fringe these a little bit, like cut them into thirds so that they're sort of dangling a little more. And then this will go on a corner like this. Like that. And it will stick up off the page that much. And of course you could move that up and down when, if you wanted it to be higher, you could do that. And then just glue it directly to the page so that like this, I would just glue directly to a page. I'm not going to make it a tuck or anything. I'm just going to have it like that. Oh, guess what? I guess I should have put the faces on going up and down, not sideways.
Nah, it's okay.
Oh, well.
I do that all the time. And I've decided that it's okay.
So that's what I made.
Very cool. Love them.
Of course, PM made doorknobs.
Yeah. Really. So yeah. So I hate to. There are guys out working on our road. They're doing some road repair, and I know you can't hear them. It's not a big deal. They're not that noisy. They're right in front of our house. But my husband is out there talking to them. I am just afraid we're going to end up with another dog.
Lucy needs a friend. I'm telling you that.
I know. We've been talking about. Here's something else that would make a really cool.
Oh,
tab.
yes.
Love these.
And then you could cut off. If you put that on, you could actually cut off and make it whichever tab you wanted to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You could cut the little ends off.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I can actually show that too.
I'm gonna pull up Jen's. But Sylvia, what you asked about, I think this what you asked about? Did we have a
You don't
jump
see the
start for
Klimt
this?
book?
Yes, we did have a jump start for this, but it has been a while, and we can use them in different contexts too. So let me show you the ones that Jen made. Let's see here. Thank you, Joanne. Where is getting lost in my messages? There it is. Okay, let's show you what Jen made. Jen is working today. She pops in when she can, but she was kind enough to make some. So look at this cute little dangle. It's a teeny tiny little bag full of little mushrooms. That's the dangle on this one. Love the black sequins right there. Let's see which way this will go. Well, there's another one. She also did the little fold of the paper fan thing there. Or no, that's the back. That's the back side of that. Okay. There's a close-up of that little teeny tiny bag just made of a piece of fabric. Just make a little hope. Is it focusing? It won't if there's kind of glitter.
It's a little
okay, let's see if this.
Of course, I'm looking at a tiny screen to see you. I can look over at the big screen, but it's
okay. So this was this. There's one of those milk bottle tops, and these are just tags or labels or things, and she just glued them or stapled them onto ribbon, and that becomes the dangle. So dangles do not always have to be charms or things like that. You can create it. There you go, laid out so you can see.
Yeah, she'll post these on our Facebook page as soon as she can.
Absolutely.
And then you guys can get a better look at it.
Yeah. So the tab sticks up here, can go over, and then the dangle can hang whatever direction or however you want it. So that was really cute as well. So are there any of those that you would like to, I mean, some of them are pretty obvious how to make them. Let's see here.
Another thing I wanted to show you guys too is that Marianne, and I found this piece of paper in a stack at a thrift store.
Yeah, they're cool.
And we were trying to figure out why you would have the cut line there. Well, if you wanted to make your own tabs, you would cut to whatever tab that you wanted. Mm-hmm. So if you would leave that one open, if you wanted the one, you would leave that one open for the two, and then be able to cut to how you want it. So if you made up something like this and put it, and then people could cut to their own tabs. Yep.
Cool. You can make a tab out of anything. So the first one, I think, Joanne, that was at this one where the top flipped up.
Yeah, I think that was the first one.
Okay. With the top flipped up. Okay. Let me show you that one because, yeah, it took a while to organize it in my brain. And then it turned out to be way simpler than my brain was trying to make it. And you can make it from any size. I'll do this just for this one. Then we'll go back. While we're just working on stuff, I'd like you to be able to see both of us. Excuse me. Let me grab a lozenge. There we go. You can make this with any size paper. So long one, that one, a belly band, a little one. Let me see what scraps. I still got some scraps sitting here. Oh, I like that one.
I could not make a tab out of cupcake. No, but I could make a cat tab.
Ooh. Oh, this would be
I really could, because Klimt loved cats. He had cats all over the place.
He did. He did. Did you know that Klimt was?
See if I can find a cat.
Yeah, I want to. Okay. I do like that. I really like this piece of paper, and I'd like to use that key on there. So I think that we can do that. Now, let's see if Marianne can remember how she did this. All right, so
these are good cats for Klimt. This one
we know we're going to need a tab to come out here, and we know whatever is going to show in front, whether it's small, large, whatever it is. I want that key to show in front. And I know there's going to be a tab up here, so I don't want the tab to cover part of it. So I'm going to make the fold up farther. And this is just me choosing exactly what I want to show. You can always choose exactly what you want to show. There's always a way to work around it. And like this one, the back is the same length as the front. This one, I folded it up, so now the back is shorter. They don't have to be the same. They can be the same.
Oh, okay.
Let me grab my trimmer here. Now, if I can get a tab out of this same paper, that would be cool too. So I don't have to dig up another scrap. I can see if I were to get that whole key in, I could go to here, and I don't have to make this as long as this is. I'm going to have that spot there. And if I do that, they're not going to be probably the same length, because this one, because of where I folded it, is not going to fold in the same place. So that may not. I'm just talking aloud so you hear the process. May or may not make sense to you at this moment. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to open it up first, because the front and the back do not have to be the same size. So first thing I'm going to do is just cut the front part that I want to show. And I want this to show right here, this key. So I'm going to cut that off about there, which gives enough room for the key to show. And then if I want it to be straight, which it doesn't have to be, I'll need to cut part of this bottom part off. Let's see. And it doesn't have to be so complicated. I'm just trying to use scraps. You could grab a piece of paper, a new piece of cardstock, and fold it in half. I cut that whole thing off. Now I've got a cool piece of lace paper that I can use. I'm just trying to use the scraps that are actually sitting on my desk without pulling out anything new. And that's why I'm doing this, because, and here's another thing. We were talking about this. Sometimes when you have so many options of things to use, your brain gets caught up on too many things to choose from, and you just can't seem to get the creativity out. You can't seem to make anything. Nothing's working out, right? That happens to me all the time because I have so many things. So I have found that the fewer things I have, the easier it is to create. If I say I'm going to sit down, I'm only going to use what's on my desk, I hunt around till I find something, because there's all kinds of little things. Please tell me your desks look like this too. And there's plenty there to choose from. Plenty to choose from. But if I can go get anything in the room, then there's way too much. Okay, I'm going to go on the back, because I know the back doesn't have to be as long as the front. And I could cut it off right here, but I want to make sure I have just enough room in this tail that I'm cutting off to cut my tab. And so I'm going to do the tab first. I'm getting it right to the edge so I can make as good use of that paper as possible. Okay. Now I can cut it off right there. I would probably have cut it right at this point, and I would have been just a hair short. So by cutting the tab first, it gave me, I'll get as much still in there as I can. Here we go. Okay, so there's my front and there's my back. And if you don't want it to be quite that tall, it doesn't have to be that tall. Here's my tab. Ooh, I like the back of that too. That's cool. Maybe I want the back of it to be, I don't know, front or back. That looks really cool. All right, so here's where the tricky part comes in. You need to glue that tab on, yet you still need a spot in there that it can go over the page edge, because the tab has to glue onto the page, correct? And be able to lift this up. So, where did I put? I had a blade. I was using a blade. I have buried the blade. I need a blade. Oh my goodness. I was using it the whole time we were sitting here. Where did I put it?
Check the floor.
Can you see if my blue blade, just like penknife, is on the couch in front of the window? Yeah, it's like blue metal. It's just a little. I had another one right here that I was using, and I can't find it.
Guess what the orange cord is? The orange wire.
What? Google Fiber.
Fiber.
Of course it is. They're putting Google Fiber in the underneath the road, in front of our house.
And you can get it.
We can now. We'll be able to now as soon as I finish.
You know what you should look into is Google Phone too, because that's really cheap too.
Yeah,
I have your Google. Yeah,
but we do have a really good phone plan. Yeah. Okay. You saw me using that penknife, right?
Yes.
Little blade. That's how I cut these. So, well, I might have another one sitting right here. Let me see. Hey, does that have a tip on it, or did I break the tip off of that one?
Okay.
Thank you.
Do
honey.
we have the new blade from Stamperia yet? Was that the little penknife one? The little.
Oh. Who's asking? Dawn?
Dawn. And
yes,
then,
Dawn, I have one for you. Joanne's post.
And if you can give the PayPal thing again, please.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, hang on a second. Let's see.
Where is it?
Okay, so the PayPal. There's the email for the PayPal, and then the name of the PayPal. Okay, there's what you'll see on PayPal. I'm looking for Joanne's. What did I miss on Joanne's? Dawn, I do have that for you. Yes, absolutely. I've had it like 2 weeks. Keep forgetting to tell you. The tab. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's see. This blade is broken on the tip. It'll probably still work. All right. So let me slow down and explain this in the simplest way possible, because I did it like 5 different ways to find out that it actually could be very, very simple. You don't have to make it quite so complicated. All right, so here's the piece of paper that I want to use for that flip up tab. Front, back could be the same length. They don't have to be. This is going to be my front. I'm going to take the tab, whatever you're going to use as the tab. Let's just decide, do we want to use the back side or the front side? I kind of like that back side. Nice contrast. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to take the tab. I'm going to open it up. I'm only going to glue the front of the tab onto the front of my flippy part. Okay. So when I say that, I mean not the whole tab, just this little tiny portion right here. So this is the part that goes right up to the edge. Get it right up to the edge. Okay, so when you do that, then there's your tab up above. So I'm only gluing on. You can make it centered. You can not. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. If I don't like it afterwards, I can measure this and measure that, cut off enough to make it exactly centered. But I want it to be able to see this. Kind of looks upside down, doesn't it? Oh, I could put it on a tab that way. It doesn't matter what direction you go. Okay, the tab, put it on whichever side of the book page you want. Okay, so I'm only gluing the front on. See that? I only glued the front of the tab on what I want to be the front of the flip. That makes sense? Fiber. What do you, oh, Google Fiber. Sorry. Google Fiber. Google is laying fiber out in the street so we can get high-speed internet through Google if we wanted to. That's what that is. So, okay. So we took a piece of paper that we're going to use as our flippy-uppy thing. It could be this. Just like this. It is this. We cut a tab. No, there was some more tabs sitting here. I'm just going to take one. We cut a tab out of whatever you wanted a tab out of. Okay. And only glued the front. I like that side. Glue this right here. Only glued the front to the front. And only that little tiny part that gets stuck down, because the rest of it's what sticks up above. Oh, I need to clean this out.
Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie. Okay, so I'm going to glue the front to the front. Front of the tab. Only the part that's going to stick out, that goes down. The rest of it, when you fold this, remember, sticks up. There's your tab. So I'm only gluing the front to the front. That was a long way around showing what I just did in 10 seconds. So it's really not that complicated. So. All right. Okay, now I've got the tab connected to the front. This is the front. The front flips up. So now we have to disconnect the front, right? We have to free up that flappy front. So now it's important that you open it up so you don't cut through both. Take a blade. Yeah, Don, I should have grabbed that Stamperia one to try it out. And I'm going to cut around only the part that is glued on here. So I'm going to cut down this little tiny side around here and up this little tiny side. But I need this to be open, so I only cut this one side. So let's do that. I'm just going to cut down there. I'm going to cut down that side. And then I'm going to cut right around this tab. And they're all cardstock, and so it's real easy for me just to push the blade against the tab. Didn't get all the way through right there. Push the blade against the tab so I can stay right in line because it's thick enough, because it's cardstock. It keeps it going where it needs to go. Okay. And if you end up with something that's not super smooth, or you had to tear it a little to get it out, just clean it up. That's totally fine. You can do that. And you can ink the edges if you want, because now I got some white showing here. No big deal. Okay, so now I have this part that will flip up independent of this. So if I fold my tab in half and I were to hold that tab down, because it would be glued down, this will flip up. Way easier than it looked or sounded, right? Not so complicated. Let me get that little. Okay, so let's do it again. So we've got this one, this pink one. I'm going to open it up. So I'm only cutting one side. The end of this, the tip of this is broken off. That's why it's not cutting super smoothly or cleanly. I'll get there when I get to that end. So I'll cut the two ends, and then I'm going to cut right around this tab. It's actually super simple. Okay, So if I fold it in half and I fold my tab in half, and then this is going to be glued down, there we go. Now it flips up. That make perfect sense? Now, you don't want to glue this one down yet, though. You see that I didn't glue these down until I actually go to put it down, because when I put it down on the page, where's our sample page here? When you put it down on the page, and that's the front, you'll slide this in. And what you're going to glue is only the tab, unless you want to glue the whole back down, which you can, but you only have to glue the tab. So this one is right here. So I glued just that little part to the paper. I'm now going to glue that little part, which includes the paper, to the book page. And on the back, all I have to do is glue the rest of the tab to the tab and to the paper. And my tab is down with this flippy flappy tab. So I will just leave that loose until I go to put it down on an actual, where's the first one that I was using? I am misplacing everything right in front of me. The less space I have, the faster I'm losing them. So I left this one open as well.
Blame it on the steroids.
Oh, yep. It's always the steroids' fault.
Yep.
Right? Okay. Did that one make perfect sense? Now, when you get to this point, I just stopped there because you can literally do anything you want with it. This one, I did some nice edge corners there, on all four corners. This one, I just rounded the corners. You could do whatever you want with those. So you could actually take a corner that has, the design in it and punch that in there. You could do nothing. So all depends on what I want to do underneath it when I actually go to place it down. So you are so welcome. It's super easy. Let's look at this one, because this is one that I feel like everybody will use and can use to use up scraps, and also because you can tailor it to your own design style super easily. So these are just offcuts of coffee dyed paper. That's what this was, a couple offcuts. So I'm going to fold it in half, and they can be any size. I may not want this long down here, and I can cut that off. I may actually like that down there. So for right now, I'm not going to take it off because I don't know how long, or, depth wise, how wide I'll want it there. So I want to create the tab on top, and you can do that a number of ways. You can just take your scissors and just kind of cut that out. Super easy. If you have a tab punch board, that works too. I want to create the tab, but I also want to leave it connected, so it's a closed tab over the top. If you have one of the envelope punch boards, it doesn't matter what size. There's a mini, there's a larger one, a gray one. Any of them will work. You can put this in here and punch the sides. Now, this is this long, and I like it. That's a kind of a good width. It's about 2 inches, 2 1/4. That's a good amount to decorate, but I don't need the tab to be that long. Maybe I want the tab like this is about an inch up on top. So I can just decide where I want that tab to go, and I'll just bring this up right. This is the piece that cuts these notches out of the corner, right? When you're making your envelope, this cuts your corner notches where you're going to fold. And so if I bring this up here, I can use that. That's the corner notch that it would cut out of my envelope. I can use that to cut my tab edge. And if I decide, ooh, that's not, I want it to be a little bit smaller, let me do the other side and see. Okay, I did that one a little farther in, and we're not done, but Actually, that's kind of cool. That's a little bit longer of a tab. So I'm going to leave it there for the moment. So all I'm going to do, it gave me my tab up here. All I'm going to do is cut off the excess right there.
I know, Joanne. You used to have them sitting there for a long time, and then you finally figure out how to do it.
What's that? Oh, how
She
to use
just
the envelope
figured
punch
out how to use it.
Sweet. I love the envelope punch board. I do think I want this one in just a little bit farther, a little more like the left side. So I'm going to put it in a little bit farther. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So it's a little bit longer tab, which then I can put something on it if I want. Okay, so I'm going to take these two, and this is super simple, and it's literally going to use up scraps. I'm going to start with just stamping something on the base. It's not going to be seen a whole lot. It's just to start the layering process so that, if you want it to look layered, you have to layer. And anything that gets stamping in there with numbers and letters and things, something that's got writing that's close together. Wait a minute, I just had a let's see if there's something in here. I should have just grabbed a big background stamp, but okay, yeah, the writing that's close together, it's small, not really legible. It's just going to take up some good space there. Numbers, those are kind of perfect things to stamp on this. And this is actually a pretty big space here. So I'll probably just use a couple of these and stamp all over the place. And I thought I just had the black archival ink. Did I put it away? I don't think I did. That what happens when I start working on retreat stuff while I'm sitting here. Then I put, oh, there it is. Okay, so just some stays on here. And let's see. I don't know where stamp blocks aren't super close. So I'm just going to use this. This is, I've never used this stamp before, so might need a couple stampings to get in there.
Ooh.
So I will turn it around so that it's going up and down for whichever direction it will be placed, just in case you can see some little bits through it and would be able to actually see it, reading it right side up. We'll do just a little bit of, oh, that doesn't even need, it won't stick. Joanne, I love that punch board. I think that was the very first punch board I ever got. And one of my favorite things to do is just sit while watching a movie and punch out envelopes of all different sizes and end up with a whole stash of envelopes because they're so easy to use and so fun to use. But I like to have them from teeny tiny all the way up. I love doing clusters with the teeny tiny envelopes, 3 or 4 of them together. Oh, we're going to do an envelope waterfall here pretty soon. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Okay, so there's really no pattern to this. It's just getting some stamped images onto this so the paper is not plain. That's all we're doing there. And get these on out of the way. Stamps out of the way. I don't think we'll need them again for this one. But don't forget where you set them in case you do, right? Okay. So, and then we're just going to start decorating. Let's just take one. We're going to start decorating it with just scraps and bits and pieces that are sitting around on the desk. So I'm going to gather. So there's a ticket that has some napkin on it and some other stuff. That's kind of big. Might work. I know that there's some I did have some postage stamps sitting there. There's a lot of little tags and tickets and numbers and those kinds of things in here. Let's just dump it out. Little pieces of lace or trim. There's tickets here. Oh, I have some tissue. Love a little bit of this tissue paper. So it could just cover the whole thing in this tissue paper instead of stamping it. So if you didn't want to stamp it and had something like this, that would be a very nice cover there. So
Joanne said something you mentioned about doing something with gardening books. Did she miss it, or are we doing
no,
is it on the
nope.
list?
We have not done that yet either. And yeah, I've got mine sitting right here. Yes, thank you. I'm going to bump that up because it's summertime, and that's a good one. I love that for all kinds of journals. All right, so I'm just going to start putting down some little parts and pieces of things. This is some handmade paper, and you can let it hang off the edge. I don't want it nice and clean. It's basically going to be a tiny collage of things, and I can use pieces of labels. And these, you've all seen that one page from Ciao Bella that we all loved, and I cut mine up and got all these little numbers off of it, and they're perfect to put on there. There's a back of one. There we go. Got these little numbers that came off of another paper. There's half of a label there. That would be a good one. Just put right here because it doesn't. We don't need a whole one. It can get covered up. Don't really want to see a whole one. We want to see parts and pieces of things. Yeah, Joanne, we need to bump that up. Your gardening books, actually, I like the plants, either pretty flowers or botanicals work really nicely for this. Smallish to medium pictures, and coffee dyed paper. Works great for that one. That's one of the things that I really do like to mass make. And it's a mass make where every single item is different. But once you get started making it, it's easier to keep going and make a whole bunch of them, even though they're all different. It's much easier to make a whole bunch of that. So yeah, we'll do that soon. Thanks for reminding me of that. I know it's sitting here, but I still might not have remembered to get to it super quickly. Okay, looking for, you could even take a number like this and put it across got a long tab up here, put it across the tab itself. All right, where is my tweezers? I can pick some of these little guys up. And sometimes, you might only want to decorate the one side of this and not have, let that be glued together and then glue it on the front side of a page, whichever way you want it to be on. Other times you may want this to go over the top of the page so you see it on both sides. Does that make sense? A tab does not always have to be visible on both sides.
True.
Let's see. Looking for, okay, how about some sari silk? Let's see. Sari silk needs to be ironed out. Get it to tear a bit. Shipping. KK, are you talking about shipping on the books? Somebody
Yes,
was
probably.
asking about books. Okay. Yeah. So the new book 7, is $36. There's book 5, book 6, book 7 that we still have a few of the others. They're $34, $35, and $36. And if you ordered one, you can put $8 shipping. Except Carrie, you're coming to retreat. So if you did want one, you don't have to pay shipping. 2 books would be $10 shipping. 3 or more, $15 shipping. And I'm not putting a ton of glue on this, just a little bit, because I don't want the entire thing down. Because if I decide I want to stick something underneath the edge to layer it, then I like to be able to do that. So if I've got a little bit of glue in the center, there's still room to tuck things underneath to layer. Lucky number, I don't care for that one right there. But let's see. Sending this number. Looking for one of these that I really do like. Does it really matter if you like it? Somewhere in here, there was also, there it is. Oh, have you guys tried out your new Scorched Timber ink? Oh my goodness. I really, really like it. It looks actually like scorched wood, which I love. Okay, we can put that guy right there. Thanks, KK. Okay, a little bit right in the middle there. Still have room to tuck something under there if we wanted. I like that one right there. So I'm just going to go right underneath it and glue on it. Don't even have to remove it. Okay, so this is really without any thought and just, throwing it together. But if you sit here and think about it and design it the way you want, and you could do both sides or only do one side. I'm doing the other side. I might decide I want to have maybe a number up top, something a little, put woman right up top. There you go. Oh, there's a cool button that could go on there. There's a half a ticket. Gauze. That's what I need right here is some gauze to go on there. I'm going to leave the back side because I feel like I want to get...
Yes, Carrie, I figured you'd think that.
What's that?
She said she didn't like the color scheme, and then I told her go back and look at it and then tell Marianne whether you want it. Yeah, Carrie, I thought the same thing. I don't want red, white, and blue. And when you look at it up closely, it's not white at all. It's vintage ivory or antique ivory, actually. And the red is a deeper burgundy, really pretty red. And the blue is not a bright blue, very European blue. So, yeah. At second look, I was very pleased. Okay, so there is a quick and easy from a scrap of paper, how you can turn it into a tab. Now you could put, I could put a little bulb pin through the base of that. That's a button. So through the base of the button before I glued it on, and then the bulb pin would be hanging here, and I could dangle something from that. Could also put something over here or up here. And again, dangles don't have to be pins and charms. They can be paper or fabric, or you could, take some fiber and braid it and do some cool things with that. So red, cream, and blue. I know. That was funny. I'm going to go back here and bring DM in. Let's see. You've been working on a slide frame? Sort of. I went and grabbed my cats. They're sort of cartoonish.
Oh, cool.
But I sort of like him peeking out and around it. So I had made this collage paper up, and I sort of klimped it by putting gold on it. Klimped is now a word, by the way.
You klimped that paper up.
So what I'm going to do is, he's on a sticker, so I'll be able to stick him on this, and I'm going to put him on here, and then I'm going to put the second one over here with him on the opposite side. Now I also have this kitty, and I also have these little white kitties. Now I could put a white kitty in the middle of this, or we could put a white kitty next to him, and we could actually probably klimp him up too. You know, put some gold behind him. But I thought I'd do the cute little black one because that's what the cat in the book is, black.
Aw.
And I believe the one that's in his most used picture of him that he took a picture of, that they use for pictures of him, is a black cat too, or a black and white tuxedo. But he used to have cats running around his studio. So one of the things I did in order to get this klimt thing going is I've been listening to books about his life, or books about his art, and how much of it got lost in World War II, and how people have been getting it back, which is a really interesting story. I read how somebody got theirs back.
We have lots of cats. I mean, like, not just one or two.
Yes, he had lots of cats. He took care of the cats in his neighborhood, both of at his house, which he lived with his mother until he passed away.
Wow.
And also at his studio. At his studio, he would put food out for the cats and food out for people who needed food. Oh, he was a very, very nice man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He was ahead of his time, probably.
Yeah, really. That is very cool.
Well, Margie, I do have enough stuff to make like 6 klimt books because...
Oh.
And I think I already have a commission one. So
she has one commission one. She's got one she's made finishing up for the retreat sale, which is really cool. So you'll get to see that one and can bid on that one. I'm telling you, there are some really awesome items being made for this retreat sale. Different than we've ever had before. Most amazing items. You guys are going to be really pleased. Be some really cool gifts too. You know, like if I buy that for that, I want to buy it for myself. Yeah. Gifts for others or gifts for yourself, but there's going to be some really neat items at this sale. Everything about this retreat is going to be different.
From a book called Klimt and His Cats. It's a child's book. And I'm merging a child's book and an art book together.
You know, can you believe that she found it looked like a child, like a Dr. Seuss book, but it's called Klimt and His Cats.
I will show the cover.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Look at that. It's like a little golden book, Klimt and His Cat. I was pretty amazed at that.
No, he was not female. But the way you wrote it, that is female. There's also a couple other little books about him for kids that I found that are really interesting. Because if you look at his art, it's collaging basically. Yeah. I mean, he did paint, but he did a lot of almost more like doing jelly plating on it. Did a lot of the same mark over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, cool. Then I'm just channeling Klimt when I do that. Yep. It makes me feel better.
And he was considered the first Art Deco, the originator sort of the Art Deco scene, which I didn't realize because I would have never said his stuff was Art Deco. His people look Art Deco, but the stuff that he really doesn't to me, but.
So I've just crinkled up some tissue paper on top of this one. This was just
broke its head off.
Packaging off the top of a, and again, I put this one in the envelope thing notcher, or just cut it out with scissors. I don't remember which I actually did on that, but, and it kind of overlaps if you want it to. I'm going to leave it there. It's going to show on the back. If you could cut that down so that it doesn't hang over the edge. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to leave it for now. And I've got this piece of ticket here.
You did get the circus book at the last retreat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that circus book was amazing.
That girl backed out of her circus book that I was working on.
Really?
So I've got the one with the weird circus stuff, more of the sideshow stuff.
Ooh.
It's not quite finished because as soon as she said she didn't want it, I
stopped and moved to something else.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that ticket already had an eyelet and a charm in it. So I just tore the ticket in half. And I'm going to use half of the ticket on this one. Here's some other things you can use. Just these are the ends of old thread. Thread spools. You know, it's just stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I save those too.
Yeah, just on little tiny things like this where you want a really cool looking, you know, layered more than collage, but it's got to be collaged. So it's a collage layer. I don't know. I might even put this little wax seal with a tiny heart on it right there. Let me see if I want to put something else underneath it before I put that down. Something small. Oh, there we go. For a moment. I do kind of like that. Heart wax seal will be in honor of Sylvia.
I wasn't paying attention, went over the part that I had put some extra color on, so I'm just going to go around Mr. Cat.
Mr. Cat needs more color. Okay. So there you go. There's another one on this side. So whichever way I want it to face, you can see the packaging, which is cool in its own because Seven Gypsies, they do a great job on their packaging.
Oh, I love Seven Gypsies.
Yeah. But on this side, it's got some things layered and a dangle, and it's a cool tab. So when you open the book this way, you see this. When you open the book that way, you see that tab. I like it not being the same from both directions.
I will see if I find a gray tabby. I was looking and all I have these, but I do have books of cats.
Of cats?
That I usually go and pull stuff out of too, but I had to do it fast. I couldn't go where my cat books are unless you want a Craft-A-Lunch to happen and hear it on the live feed. So
no, please save it for afterwards.
Yeah, I'll go grab and make sure I put some, because I was planning on putting more cats in the book.
Because he had a lot of cats. That's kind of cool.
He did. He had a lot of cats in his studio, and
didn't know that until we got the paper and started seeing cats all over that.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, in honor of Cuppy, there you go. Oh, the Wildcat journals. Oh, I'll bet those are gorgeous, KK. Ooh, Dawn just found some Klimt kitchen magnets on Amazon. Wow.
Ooh.
Cool looking. Okay, so guys, try something like this just with a scrap of book page or music page or coffee dyed paper or anything like that. Super, super simple. Just cut off the edges to give you that little tab. And then you could even leave it like this. But just layer it, put some tissue paper on it, tear off some bits and pieces of this or that, put a little piece of lace down underneath it. I could cut a little piece of that. That would actually be cool on there. Some little offcut of sari silk. I always go into the sari silk and cut out the little sections, pieces that I want, and use those. And then I end up with these little pieces that are between. So I throw those into my bucket here and use things like that. So post the ones that you make. Love to see your versions of the flip one. Got to decide what I want to do. And I may not decide till I actually use that in a book, you know, how I want to decorate that based on what's going to be underneath it. It'd be really cool to have just a really neat picture there, even if it's a gift, the person that you're gifting it to, something that's really special to them in that book. But yeah, can't wait to see your tabs. We still have plenty of time to do week 1 and 2 if you're just starting or if you got a little bit behind. Plenty of time. Let me grab that back there. So it is posted in the group. I will go in and add week 3, which is the 3 different page tabs, each having a dangle. If you have questions about the Reminiscence books, please just shoot me a private message. That is not a problem at any time. I'm not sure if I have any pretty tissue paper. Oh, Dawn, you make me laugh. Yeah. If you were a subscriber to the Happy Paper Box, you've got pretty tissue paper. For sure you do. Any of those would work. You actually have this paper too, because this came from the subscription box. Love this. Just really rustic, grainy looking paper to tear up. Even this kind of pattern tissue paper.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle it up, put the glue down, set it down, and squish it all together while you're doing it, and let it be all totally wrinkly. Makes a great background. So, okay, I'm going to go quit talking now. And I think my throat has done actually pretty well through today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and the guy's cat came in. She was a gray tabby, and her name was No Way, Margie. Are you sure you weren't watching your own home camera? Wow. All right, guys. So watch for another bio on one of your admins coming out later today. And watch for the event for Saturday, the 20th, for the Happy Paper People birthday party celebration. That'll just be some fun hanging out together. There will be no sale at that. It will be only prizes giving away for birthday and games. We have some fun games. I know you think, how do you play games long distance online with each other? But we do, and it's fun. And we can have fun doing whatever we want to do. So we don't need any rules to have fun, right? We just do it.
Exactly.
And if you're coming to retreat, it is 2 weeks from tomorrow that I will see you here at retreat. And I've still got a lot to do, but I'm working on it. And I am so excited. Cannot wait to see all of you. We've got some fun things planned. Everything about this retreat is different. And the lives, we're going to have at least 3 lives from retreat that you guys can participate in. And different than we will have the traditional retreat fundraiser sale. The items that are being sent for this sale are amazing. Wait till you see some of these things that you have handmade. And nope, not leaving it. KK will be on a plane Saturday. Sorry, is that Happy Mail list still on Facebook? Oh, the rack list. Dawn, we took it down to rework it, reformat it. We will get it back up there. Okay. I know, Carrie, 2 weeks from tomorrow. We're reformatting that. We will get it back up there. If you need an address that's on it specifically, just shoot DM a message. I know she's got it for sure if I'm not available, and can give you an address of somebody that's on it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks, DM, for making tabs with me today. And hopefully you got your week 3 done already with these or just about. Oh, that's cute. Look at the kitty cats. Everything's better with a kitty cat or a puppy dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Still need to buy a car. Yeah. Well, I did get my ATCs done. I just got to finish up my 2 pages. Yeah. And we have to do that because we always promise that book to be for sale at the retreat fundraiser. So I know, Margie, sheesh, soon. Thank you. I will. I feel better every day. I feel a lot better today. I am glad that I took one more day. This is a lot better than it would have been yesterday. I will still lay low because I have to be 100% for retreat. Can't miss out on the fun. So see you guys soon. Thank you. Love y'all.
Bye.